All right, so this is the fourth and last video just for today, though. Don't get worried. There'll be more later. But this is the last one for today. In this one, we're going to work on that skill progress spreadsheet, the Google Sheet that you created. The point of this is you need all your data for the whole year in one place to show. As you grow in the course of the year, we want to see how well we did. So let's look at this. If you go, let me share my screen with you for a minute. If you go here, so go to your, again, your folder. It's in the Google Drive. You're going to open two things. One, you're going to open this spreadsheet. It should say your last name, comma, first name, skill progress. That's mine right here. Yours should be blank. This should not be there. This is just to help with this demonstration. The second thing you want to open is your fractions and mixed number pre-assessment. So click on that as well. You want those side by side. All right. So the first thing you want to do is go to the spreadsheet. You're going to type, yours will look probably like this with narrow stuff. You want to type in all of these headings here, but you want to type them in A1. This is A1. When I say cell A1, I mean A1. This is cell B1. This is cell C1, D1, etc. You're going to type all this right here. So let's do this. Skill I'm working on. That's the first one. Pre-assessment. First quiz attempt, second quiz attempt, third quiz attempt. What this means is in this column, you're going to work on, you're going to list the skills that you've been working on, which are the topics that we've seen over and over again. Here you're going to write what percentage right for that skill did you get on the pre-assessment, which you took last week. On September 4th, everyone's going to take a quiz on these same skills. So we want to see, like, did we grow from here to here? Then if you don't meet your goal or you haven't shown proficiency, you're going to have a second quiz and a third quiz, and you may have a fourth quiz. But basically, the point is you're retaking your quizzes until you eventually get it right. So for today, though, we're just going to type in all of these skills. So you can either look down here, or if you want to go back to this document, you can see all the skills are listed here, and you can copy and paste these. You can just type them in by hand, whatever works, all right? I'm just going to type them in by hand. So the first one is understand what a fraction means. That's the first one. Now you notice like how when I type this, part of it went into cell B2. It didn't stay in cell A2. How I'm going to do that is I want everything kind of in the right cell. So I need to move these columns over. How do I do that? I'm going to go up to this one. I should see that little arrow, and I'm going to click with one hand, click the mouse pad to get this, and I'm going to slide this over so that everything now is in A1. Let me do that again. So if it looks like this, pretend it was like this before, you're going to go up here, move your mouse here. You should see that. Click your mouse and hold it, click and hold it, click and hold it, and then drag this over until everything's like that. You're going to need to do that throughout this, all right? And I'm going to keep going. Locate a fraction on the number line, find equivalent fractions, find equivalent fractions, whoops, for whole numbers. Again, you see how part of it is into cell B5. I want everything in the A column. I'm gonna go back up here, click and hold, move this over. All right, next one, compare the size of two fractions. Next one, compare the size of two fractions with different denominators or numerators. You see how this is already over here. I'm going to move this here, move it over there. All right. So now I'm here. These are the skills. And these, I'm going to type pre-assessment, first quiz attempt, second quiz attempt, third quiz attempt. So type those words in. And if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. All right. After you do that, for this part, column C, D, and E, that's going to be blank for today. You actually have no data to put in there. You do have data to put in this column, the pre-assessment column. Where are you going to find that? You're going to find it back on this document. So if you remember, you went through and wrote what percent incorrect for each skill and what percent correct. You're going to write the percent correct for each skill here. So for understanding what a fraction means, if I look here, understand what a fraction means, I got 25% correct. I'm going to type 25%. Locate a fraction on the number line. I got 75% correct. I'm going to type 75%. Find equivalent fractions. I'm going to type 40% correct. So on and so forth. Now, you would do this next part. Actually, let me just finish it for you and stop being so lazy. 20%. I had 50%. Then I had another 50%. Okay. Booyah. All right. So I have that. Now, this part you aren't going to do, but let me show you what's cool about this. So let's say on Friday, September 4th, I take my first quiz and I get 60% right on this, right? On this skill. Let me show you what you can do in Google Spreadsheets. If I highlight this, I can go to Insert Chart. And then I can select a column graph like this, and it'll show me my growth. So the blue shows me like what I had at the beginning, and the red shows me what I have now. Let's say that I take the second quiz and I get 75%. I can highlight this again and an Insert Chart. One will be the bar graph. I can see over time I had 25%, 60%, 75%. So it's a great way to visually show both my parents, people that love me, and also myself, most importantly myself, how I've progressed over the year. So that's why we use this tool. I'm gonna X out of that. You again though should not have any of that. You should just have this, all right? And that's it for today. Congratulations, you finished setting it up, and wait for the instructions from your teacher, all right?